Welcome. Oh, guys, it is Tuesday. It is the 2022 version of March the 15th, I think. And you're with me, Sean Butler, and with Bugsy. She's hiding at the moment. How's everybody doing? This is the Spurs Talk Show. If you haven't already, then on the count of 3, could you press the like button for me? 1, 2, 3. That would mean the world to the algorithm, which would also mean the world to me as we try and grow the channel. We're on the march to 700 subscribers, and it's happening quick, boys and girls. It's happening quick. I hope everyone's doing well today. It's a beautiful day in Surrey. Warm enough to get just a gilet on. No steam from my mouth as we think about all things Tottenham Hotspur. What is in the news today? Well, not a lot really, but we have been linked with Memphis Depay. Barcelona forward, 10 goals, 18 games this season. Was signed, only been there 6 months, 9 months, whatever, and fallen out of favour a little bit. And I think Barcelona have got plans for some other purchases this summer, so maybe options and chances and opportunities are going to be limited for him. What do I think? Well, Barcelona, he's done well, but I think with Aubameyang coming in, I think as well that's going to push him out. At Lyon, he was fantastic, right? He scored something like 75 goals in like 178 appearances, and he got like something like 55 or 58 assists. That's over a long period of time. To get 2 goals every game, or sorry, a goal every other game, and an assist every 3 games. Yeah, that's sunny. That sort of sunny form. That's really special, you know. And Tottenham definitely need players that can contribute more in the goal scoring department. However, where's he going to fit into the system? Right, Conte, he seems like he's happy with this 3-4-3, which is cool with me. But you got Kulu, you got Sonny, and you got Kane. Now, Memphis likes to play central, but he can play wide. Is he the sort of player that's going to want to come and play second fiddle and just be part of a squad? Because this is the thing, right? If we want someone to be a backup striker for Harry Kane, then we need someone that is good enough that Harry Kane can have a break and our hearts don't sink at the thought of whoever's coming in not being good enough, like Scarlett isn't right now, or Vinicius wasn't. And everyone that claims that Vinicius scored 10 goals and all that stuff, look at the goals. They were Tommy tap-ins, you know, all of them. He scored a hat-trick against Marine, you know, and the only goal of his 10 that wasn't a tap-in was one of the goals in the hat-trick against Marine. Don't let the stats flatter you. He wasn't anything special. He was woeful in all parts of the game, apart from being in the right place to finish off somebody else's work, which is fine. There's lots of Tommy tap-in specialists out there. Gary Lineker was pretty good at that kind of thing. I'm not suggesting it's anything bad about scoring 10 goals, but the level of the competition he was doing it against and the style of the goals, I think they're just caveats and nuance that, you know, I think should be remembered when we reflect on Vinicius. So I don't think he was good enough. My point being, I'm rambling and getting off topic. My point being that if you want someone to come in to be back up to Harry Kane, you need him to be good enough that he can contribute in the important games, and we don't get worried about, oh, Harry Kane's out, now we're screwed. But not so good that we have to spend a fortune on somebody just to sit on the bench when funds are always limited at Tottenham, and therefore you're absorbing some of your precious budget in other positions that are just as necessary, if not more necessary, like left-sided centre-back, like central centre-back, like right wing-back, like creative midfielder, like a box-to-box midfielder. You know, maybe you could even argue left wing back. You know, and a goalkeeper. It's easier to name the positions that we don't need to reinforce than it is to name the ones that we do. Yeah, so we need to find that sweet spot where you get a player who can contribute, not take up too much budget, be happy to be a squad man who plays and participates but doesn't get guaranteed time. And that's not easy, and I don't know if Memphis Depay wants to be that guy. Maybe he does. Gareth Bale was kind of happy to be that guy. You know? Christian Eriksen, I think, would probably be happy to be that guy. Not that he'll be a striker, but for a different role, like creative midfielder. Yeah, and if Memphis Depay is interested in coming and knowing full well what he's walking into, then why not? Why not? I think he's more than capable. In other news, Paratici is being linked with a move to Paris Saint-Germain. So is Antonio Conte. Apparently they're ripping up the entire system over at Paris. Leonardo might be going, Messi might be going, Mbappe's going, everybody's going. They're looking to restart the whole thing. And Paratici was first on the list of directors of football to replace Leonardo, but he said, no, thank you. And that's cool. Well, we hope he said no thank you. That's what's been widely reported. Bugsy, we're going back now. Come on. That's what's been widely reported. And that's cool because he's only been here 6 months. For me, the jury's still out on Paratici. I'm not sure what to make of him. You know, I think you have to look at some of the signings he made and go, well, you overpaid. Certainly overpaid on Brian Hill. Looks like we overpaid on Emerson. But he brought in two great bits of business in Kulusevski and Bentancur in January. He was responsible for Romero. You know, Dave, the Irish Hotspur, always says, name me 3 better signings for Tottenham of late than those 3. And I can't. So, like, he's got the wins. He's definitely got wins on his record with Tottenham. But I think there's still question marks about some of them as well. Some of the others, you know, Galini, Hill, Emerson, like I say. But either way, I'm happy for him to continue. I'd like to see him go to another club than one he's already worked for to find his gems. But that's okay, right? That's why you go after someone who's got a track record and lots of relationships. And he certainly found 2 bargains with Kulusevski and Bentancur. So, I'm okay with him. And I am okay with Conte also staying, because he's also on the list. He's also on the list of people who might be on the short list to go to Paris. But he said that he's okay as well. He said he's happy to commit. So it looks like everything's fairly stable this week at the top level, the management and the directors level. Hopefully that's because Daniel Levy has made promises and had conversations, and Paratici can get the ball rolling with certain ideas, and maybe that's why Memphis Depay is being mentioned now, that there was an official bid for him. Time will tell. I still don't think that position is as important as the ones I've already mentioned. Left-sided centre-back, central-sided centre-back, right wing-back, box-to-box midfielder, creative midfielder. Then you probably put in the Memphis Depay. Then after that you go to goalkeeper, and then after that you go to left wing-back. What are your thoughts? What is the order of priority? Let me know in the comments below. Moving on. How long have I been talking for? 9.5 minutes. God, time flies when you ramble. Moving on to the Brighton game. First of all, there's no watch along on the Irish Hotspur tomorrow, which is usually where you can find me on game day. But instead, I might do one on my channel, because I'm not going to the game. Dave's going to the game. Jack's travelling around London or around Scotland, and so we don't have a watch-along option. So I'm going to do it like I used to, right at the very start, back in December when I was just by myself, making my way in this Tottenham community world. And I'll let you guys know tomorrow. So if you are interested, drop a like on the video, put a little comment in the section saying watch along please, and if there's 10 watch along please requests, then I will certainly do the watch along. How about that? Brighton game, what do we have to worry about? Well, I don't think that the first time we played them this season at home in the FA Cup, we beat them 3-1. I don't think it was as convincing a victory as the scoreline suggested or as the reports made out after the game. I think we were looking very vulnerable in the midfield, giving away chances. Neil Maupay missed absolute sitters. Bissouma had Højbjerg like just wrapped up in knots all evening, and same with Winksy. So I'm looking for a big game from Bentancur against Bissouma. I'm looking for big games from Reguilon and Doherty against Cucurella and Lamptey. That's two of their biggest threats. And I'm, always worried about players like Lewis Dunk, good in the air. Tottenham vulnerable from set pieces. They got 4 players. They got 4 players. 4 players that are a threat. I think 4 or 5, but not much more than that. We're better than them on paper, and we should be out. We should have enough to get past them. I think it'll be a tight game, 2-1. Tottenham can definitely see us conceding. Can definitely see us scoring. We get the 3 points and run away from the seaside, and then focus on West Ham on Sunday. Going to the West Ham game. By the way, for anyone who's going, happy to meet you all in the beer garden of the number 8 bar before the game, unless people have got a different plan. People keep asking me where we're going to go. So like 2 hours before kickoff, go to the number 8 bar just outside the South Stand, and then in the hour before kickoff, meet at the South Stand bar at the bottom, where everyone can access, because you can walk around from wherever you're sat in the stadium. You can get to it from inside the stadium. So that's about it from me. Have I covered everything? Have I covered everything? Have I covered everything, people? I think so. Paratici, Maupay, not Maupay, Depay. Conte, Harry Kane, that's it, last thing. Harry Kane, is he going to sign a new contract? Rumours out today saying that we're going to try and offer it to him, but he's unlikely to do anything. I spoke about this last night on the Irish Hotspur. I think that in order for Harry Kane to sign a new contract this summer, it will be the last thing that happens, and it will be pending the first thing that happens being 3 or 4 massive name signings early in the window, like first or second week of June. Come out of the blocks with a bang. 3 or 4 big names, marquee signings, whatever Conte wants. However that looks, I want to see a statement from from Conte. I want to see a statement from Paratici. I want to see a statement from Levy. If all of those things come together, then maybe, just maybe, Harry Kane will see where the project now could take us and sign an extension of a year or 2 to take him through to like 2025 with certain clauses inserted, like minimum fee release clauses or failure to qualify clauses, that kind of thing. And that would be awesome. But apart from that, I don't really see it happening. I don't know why he would commit to anything right now. And then of course you've got the worry that he's going into the final 2 years of his contract. The valuation gets cut in half pretty quickly after that, and he's free to talk to anyone 18 months later. So I would hope that Harry Kane wouldn't do that to Tottenham, although he doesn't owe us anything, does he? I don't know, guys. What do you think? Will he sign? Can he sign? How do we get him to sign? Let me know in the comments. As I say, also let me know if you'd like a watch along. And lastly, guys, like, share and subscribe. I'm done. This has been 15 minutes and 40 seconds of your time and mine, and I hope you enjoyed a little bit of it. This is episode 7 of Tottenham Walks with me, Sean Butler, and the Bugsy Malone. And that's it. As always, guys, as always, bye-bye.